What is up, guys? Nick here, helping you to master your technology, and welcome to my speed test between the iPhone SE 2020 versus Pixel 4a. We'll begin with a boot up in 3, 2, 1, and while they are booting up, we are going to discuss their specifications. The iPhone SE does have an Apple A13 Bionic chipset coupled with 3 gigs of RAM. The Google Pixel 4a has a Snapdragon 730G chip coupled with 6 gigs of RAM. iPhone SE is running iOS 13.6 as of the recording of this video. The Google Pixel 4a is running Android 10 as of the recording of this video, upgradable to iOS 14. And this one will also be upgradable to Android 11 and many more to come. So the iPhone SE does win out on the boot up test over the Google Pixel 4a. Keep in mind the 4a is $50 cheaper than the iPhone SE 2020. Okay, the great thing about both these phones right here is that they both have fingerprint sensors. The Pixel 4a is on the rear here, and the iPhone SE is on the bottom, just like the iPhone 6. Great right now because the masks kind of block the Face ID scanning. Let's see how fast the fingerprint sensors are. So we'll go ahead and just unlock right here, and then we'll just press them right there, and you could see that the Pixel 4a is a little faster. I tested this multiple times before the video, and every time the Pixel 4a just a little bit quicker. It was also faster to set it up as well. So I do think that the Google Pixel 4a does have a faster fingerprint sensor than that one on the iPhone SE. So the Google Pixel 4a wins out on speed when it comes to fingerprint sensor. So just quickly confirming the software here, the iPhone SE is running iOS 13.6 as mentioned earlier. And you can see right there, Android 10 version, August 5th security patch for Google's new Pixel 4a. Okay guys, so both of these are connected to the same Wi-Fi network. You could see all applications closed out on both. Let's begin with some simple stuff like the calculator. You can see iPhone SE a little faster. Now the Google Pixel 4a does have a more modern gesture system where this one still uses the home button, which is a little bit old school feeling for the SE. So the Pixel does come home faster. Let's go into clock, and you could see the SE a little bit faster to open that application. Let's go into App Store versus Play Store. You could see pretty similar on that one, maybe slightly to the SE. We'll go to apps here. You can see pretty close again within those two applications. Let's go into Instagram, and you could see Instagram first there for the Google Pixel 4a. So the 4a gets a win under its belt right there. And the 4a has been pretty impressive so far with the Snapdragon 730G and 6 gigs of RAM. It's actually performing quite well, even though you would think that's not a super fast processor. It's pretty well optimized. Let's go into Twitter, and you can see Twitter first there for the right, and we'll go to profile page, and you could see, yeah, definitely a little bit of smoother scrolling there on the SE, but both pretty quick nonetheless. Let's go into eBay, and you can see eBay first there for Pixel 3a or 4a, excuse me. So definitely not too bad in your day-to-day stuff for $349, and great on the SE as it has a professional grade processor in there like the one you'll see on the iPhone 11 Pro, and definitely a little bit quicker to load there. Amazon on the right. We'll come home and we'll go into Spotify, and you can see Spotify first on the left for the iPhone SE. We'll go over here to premium. You can see a little faster there on the left. Coming back home, let's go into this first game, Dead Trigger 2, and we'll see which one can load up first. In the SE with a crushing win there, we'll go ahead and hit play and turn the volume down here for the Pixel. And you can see the SE's in. So this is an area where you're definitely going to make a little bit of a sacrifice with the Pixel. Definitely can play most games pretty smooth, actually. Not going to get the highest frame rates. It doesn't have 120 hertz display, but neither does the iPhone SE. But the SE is a faster gaming performer. We'll go into PUBG Mobile now. Pretty close so far. The SE starting to jump ahead here, and we're still waiting on the Pixel. So definitely the iPhone SE in the gaming round. Definitely load stuff up faster. You'll get into a match first here on PUBG for the iPhone SE. Again, like I say, I've already been testing the gameplay. The gameplay is pretty acceptable on the Pixel. You would think, oh, it's not going to game great. No, that's not the case. It's actually gaming pretty well, but it doesn't load stuff quite as fast as this SE 2020. Okay, guys, so let's go to Call of Duty 3, 2, 1 mobile, and we'll see which one is faster to load up here. And looks like The iPhone SE looks to be in the lead here. And now we have the Google Pixel 4a coming along. And you can see definitely a little bit behind. We'll go ahead and hit the guest account here. And you can see on the SE, definitely already almost ready to play a match. So you can see the loading is definitely faster for the SE. We'll go ahead and hit multiplayer now. Let's hit multiplayer here. We'll continue multiplayer here. Let's go ahead and hit start on both devices and see which one can actually match up first. Again, you could still enjoy most of your games on either platform here. SE, definitely a little bit better graphics on this one. They're actually in different stages here, but definitely nice on both. I think you can play games that are well optimized. As long as the developers optimize them well, definitely you can play good games on both. Let's go into speed test here, 3, 2, 1. And you could see iPhone SE faster on that one. And we'll come home and we'll go into Geekbench. And you can see the Google Pixel 4a does have the Adreno 618 GPU in here versus the SE's Apple GPU. So let's go into camera. You can see that looked pretty fast on the Pixel actually, but we'll go ahead and test that more later. Overall, you've seen in these basic apps that Pixel keeps up easily with the SE. It's just in the games, the SE definitely loads a bit faster, but the fingerprint sensor is quicker on the Pixel 4a. It's a good performer for the price point. But again, when it comes down to it, when we start getting into more heavy stuff, the A13 Bionic should still pull ahead. Okay, so let's go ahead and see if anything reloads here. Pretty good there. We'll go to Geekbench. We'll go into speed test on both. Both of them fine there. Call of Duty. Both of them right where they were. 6 gigs of RAM should definitely help out this Google Pixel 4a. I'm so glad they put that instead of 4. That would have been disappointing if they put 4. Let's go into Dead Trigger 2. You can see hanging right there. And let's go into Spotify. You can see both of them hanging out. Let's go into Amazon. Both of them still chilling in the app. Let's go into eBay. No reloads here on either. Twitter. And this should be showing you that this Pixel 4a is going to be a good experience for you. Let's go into App Store, Play Store. No reloads, no crashes. Good RAM management so far. On the clock here, you can see pretty good. And calculator. So you can see overall, both of these phones, fantastic performance for the money. So we're gonna go ahead and run a Wi-Fi speed test and see which one pulls in the better Wi-Fi performance, if it will be, a little bit faster on one phone or the other. It is on the same Wi-Fi network. You could see I'm getting around 220 down, almost 221 here for the SE, and waiting on the upload. I think the upload will be a lot less. I don't have as fast of upload speeds as download, but you can see SE pulling around 12.1. So let's go now to the Google Pixel 4a and see if it can get basically that same performance. Now keep in mind, both of these are 4G LTE phones, so you're not getting 5G. And the Pixel not pulling in quite as good of Wi-Fi performance here as the SE, but again, both these are 4G LTE, so you're not getting the latest 5G standard on either phone. But considering that 5G is not super widespread, I don't think it's going to be a problem right now. It might be a problem in 3 years, but right now, not too big of a deal. You can see a little bit slower on both download and upload for the Pixel 4a on the Wi-Fi speed test. Okay, so let's see which one can actually do a faster photo. 3, 2, 1. And you can see the SE was in. Looks like the SE will do a faster photo. We'll go ahead and close this out and do the camera again. Yeah, so the SE opens that camera first, but the Pixel snaps very quick as well. It has to do some processing, which takes like half a second. But yeah, I think the SE will get a faster photo. Holding down, you can see that both record video. And then also I want to mention that the Pixel 4a does have one better way of unlocking that camera though. You can double tap the power button to go ahead and open up that camera, which can get you in a lot faster sometimes, because on the SE you got to kind of go like this and then go like that. It's like 2 steps, whereas you can just pull this thing out of your pocket and just be ready to snap that photo. So there, in that scenario, the Pixel 4a will be faster. Now, when it comes to the actual camera performance, I plan to compare both of these, so stay tuned for that. Okay guys, so we're gonna run a SunSpider on Safari here, optimized for the SE, and Chrome here, optimized for the Pixel 4a. We'll hit start and see what kind of numbers we get on both of these. So you can see both very fast so far. SE going a little bit quicker there. And we can see that the SE scores a total of 102.8 milliseconds. So definitely nice. And then over here, 389.5 milliseconds. So I think your Safari browsing will be quicker on the SE versus Chrome, but you're not going to notice it too much in the day-to-day, but it is a little bit snappier here on the left. You can also run the Chrome browser on the SE as well though. Okay guys, so we are done with the Geekbench test. I just wanted to show you that the SE always finishes faster than competing Android phones, not just the Pixel 4a, it beats most even, premium phones that I've tried it against. Definitely fast to finish. It finishes with a 1334 on the single core and a 2593. Now, before the Pixel finishes, here we go. We're actually going to finish right now 100%. The Pixel finishes with a 552 in single, 1603 in multi. Now, these scores don't tell the whole story, but the SE is lightning quick. It's definitely faster under the hood. The Pixel 4a, the trade-off though, is that you're getting an OLED screen. So yeah, the SE is quick and all, but like, look at this OLED display. This thing is beautiful, and I would take this display every day of the week over the iPhone SE's display. Also, look at the bezels. The design just looks old on the SE. But yes, I still love the SE because it's small, it's lightweight, it's clean, it's minimal, but so is the Pixel. So it's really just down to, do you want Apple services or Google services? Yes, these two can game. They're still not the best gaming phones. I mean, pick a gaming phone if you truly want to game, or get a premium device that can just handle all that with ease. Both of these I don't think are the best gaming picks. These are everyday people phone who want a good price and they want software updates for years. You can't go wrong either way. I will be comparing these fully, showing camera samples, stuff like that. So stay tuned. I know you guys want to see that as well. Also, I noticed a lot of you were asking, yo, Nick, please compare this thing to the S10e. First thing I thought when I pulled this thing out of the box is the Pixel 4a looks like the S10e. So we're definitely going to compare it to that. Also, the Note 20 Ultra is coming. Stay tuned. Thumbs up if you enjoyed the speed test. I will catch you all in the next episode. Nick here, helping you to master your technology. Be sure to stay safe, stay well, and peace.